Tried? Did you people try it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Are you people able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So yesterday we had done till sum, right? So we had done till sum. So we'll start with subtraction. So subtraction, so there is no typical or any function limited for the subtraction. So I will be just using the sign. So I'll come here equals. So I wanted here I have a table where I have the information of product, sales, cost, wherein I wanted to see the profit or loss. So I will take the selling price that is in the cell C5 minus the cost. So I'm going to get the value. Or I can even use the sum function in order to do the subtraction. So how? So I'm going to type in the sum function, select the value. So what is that function you wanted to perform? Because sum supports you with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, anything you wanted to do, you can do it. But here, once you start the function, you choose the cell, you need to define what is the action that you wanted to perform. I wanted to subtract this value 5000 with 4000. Close the bracket, enter. So here I have used sum function wherein I am telling what the sum function should perform with. By default, it performs with total. Apart from it, if I see I can do the subtraction, I can apply the multiplication, division, anything, any basic calculations I wanted to do, I can do it using the sum function. But in Excel, we don't have individual function to subtract the values. Okay, next I'll come for multiplication. Multiplication, you can directly take the values for the 40,000 into, so asterisk I'm using in order to multiply, into 200. One, directly I can take the value, or I can even take the cell address, so like this, or I can even use the function called product. So product is the function which is used to multiply the values. So I'll take 6000, and here you can see in the syntax the separator is comma. So I'll put comma, and this has to be multiplied with this unit sold. So I'll close the bracket, enter. So in this three ways also I can apply the function. Okay, so then we have the average. So I'll show some couple of calculations all together so that you people can try it out. If you're having any doubts, you can ask. So average, I wanted to calculate the average of sales unit. Average is nothing but total divided by number of counts. So I'll take average and I'll select the range. So I wanted to see the average between these numbers. I'll close the bracket. So average is a function which is written by default, predefined function it is. Okay. So let's see whether I'm getting the values perfectly. So here I'll come. So it is total number of count. So I'll tell some function. I'll select the range. I got some count. So this is going to tell me how many number of counts are there. So it is, sum is 95 and count is 9. So here I wanted to see the average. 995 divided by 9. So I've got the average. So here I wanted to see it for the sales amount equals average, average, and select the range. So this is the average. I wanted you people to try with subtraction, multiplication, and average. Subtraction, multiplication, and average. If you are having any doubts, you can ask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
There is only two formulas to apply the subtraction
Yes, yes.
thing.
There
Let
is
me see.
two formulas to apply the subtraction. So one is directly I am going to apply the values, and another one is using the sum function. So sum function I am using it as per my requirement. So but sum function is not defined to do subtraction, but sum function can also be used to do subtraction.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Once it is done, please tell. We'll continue. So this is for the subtraction, for multiplication. So these are the different ways how you can apply the multiplication. So product is the function which is used to do the multiplication. So for average function, so this one is done, multiplication is done. So this is the average function. So how the average is calculated? Total number is divided by number of count.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
Ma'am, how we are going to cross check that the average is correct?
So here I need to check the count. Okay, so if I select the range, see, I'll just select the range here. So as I select the range, at the bottom you can see Excel is going to tell what is the number of count, sorry, what is the sum, what is the count, and what is the average. So here it is telling 24875. So still you are having the doubt, means we can just, so here I'll tell sum of this 24875 I have got. So 24875, I wanted to see the number of count 9. So now equals 24875 divided by 9. So that's the
Okay, ma'am.
actual way of checking the average. So
Yes,
instead of doing manually, I'm going to use the average functions, which is going to check out and tell me what is the average for the selected range.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Is everybody's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Some product. So some product means, so here how the this one values are done means, so I'll just, so here I am telling equals sum means I wanted to check. So total, first I am going to do multiplication, product unit sold into sum equals sum, sorry. So I'll just drag it. So I got this value. Now here I will do sum. So after multiplication, I'm going to check the total sum. So for this individually, I have done two different functions, isn't it? So here I have done the sum function, that is multiplication, and here I have done the total. So now instead of doing two different functions in Excel, we have one function that is called as sum product. So sum product means it is going to apply with sum, as well as product. So now you have to be multiplied with what? So I need to select the thing. So cost of product, comma, units sold. Close the bracket, enter. So instead of doing two different functions, I have written only one function, that is sum product. So I need to just select the first range, that is my cost of product, and then units sold. That's it. So whatever I did it over here, I'm getting the value in one single sum. So this is called as sum product. When I have to apply the multiplication and see the total, so that time I'll be using this sum function. Then we are coming to date and time function. So date and time function means whenever I wanted to calculate the date. Okay. So there are some functions which are written basically for the sake of date. So if I wanted to enter current date, the shortcut key is control colon. So I'll get the current date. If I wanted to enter the current time, control shift and colon. So this will tell me the current time. Now what if I wanted to enter the random time? So some date, some time I wanted to enter. So now if I just tell that yesterday's date I wanted, so I'll tell 6 hyphen uh, sorry 11 2024. It will come according to your system date. So like this I can enter in some cases, or usually when I tell, so I will tell that it is 7, sorry, I'll put dot. Usually we have the habit of applying the dot 11 2024. See now here, this is also the date format only. Here also it is a date format only. So usually when we are writing, we put dot in between. So when I put the dot, Excel will consider this value as a text. For example, I'll just come here. I will type in ABC, or I'll type in beneath this only. So if I tell ABC, see it is right text. So right, sorry, left align. If I tell the number, it is left align. So when I am using the hyphen or the hash, that time Excel will consider that as a number. Okay, date format. Or else if I tell it with dot separator, so 7/11/2024, I put full stop in between means, so Excel will consider that full stop as a text. So here it is not to show, it is showing me as a date, but it will never consider this as a date. Okay. So now I wanted to enter some random date. So I'll come here, I'll tell equals date. So as I'm typing in, Excel will tell what does this particular function performs with. I'll open the bracket. So I'll tell some random year 2008, comma, month I wanted, first month, comma, day 17th. So randomly I'm giving some date. So I got this date. Okay. Time, I'll tell equals time. Open the bracket, hour. I'll tell 3 o'clock, 45 minutes, 30 seconds. So when we are using the trial version, so we don't get the seconds. See the 3:45 a.m. Now if I wanted to change it to PM, so I'll change the standard timing from 3 to 15. I'll tell 15, so PM. So now I wanted, instead of typing the using the shortcut key, I wanted to know what is the current date and current time both together. So I'll tell equals now. So as I open the bracket, that is opening the parenthesis, Excel is telling there is no argument. Okay. So there is no syntax in between to fill. So you have to just open and close the bracket, enter today's current date and current time. Instead of using the shortcut key for date, if I wanted to check today's date, I'll just type in today, open the bracket. So here also Excel is telling, so here you can see, so this is the syntax what we need to write. So Excel is telling just open the bracket and close the bracket. So there is nothing you have to fill. So today's date I will get. Okay. So then we have network days. So what is this network days means? So network days means I'll just put one date. So I'll tell today's date, control colon, and here I will tell, I'll put one more date, and here I'll just tell, so it is from the first. Okay. So from 1st to 12th till date, how many net working days are there? That is from Monday to Friday. Okay, for that I wanted to check the net working days. I'll type in equals net work days So we have network day international. So both we will see. So network day, I'll select the value, first value, comma. So the end date. So I wanted to see how many net working days are there from 1st to 12th. So I'll just close the bracket. So here I'm not going to mention any holidays. Okay. So I'll close the bracket, enter. It is telling 10. That means there are two holidays. So let's see whether it is telling correctly. So 1st to 12th. So it is Saturday and Sunday. That is 6th and 7th. So there was not there. So that is Saturday and Sunday. So it is telling network day is 2 days. Now if I tell that Saturday also we are working, only Sunday we have the holiday, then how? So then I will use network day international. So this is nothing but the upgraded function they have introduced. Okay, from version to version the things gets updated, the tools get updated, they will add few things and all like that. Only in the beginning the first thing that came was network days. Later few days after, so they have introduced networks day international. So in this I'll type, select this one, the start date and the end date, and when I give comma, here you will get the list of weekends. Okay, so they are asking whether your weekdays, weekends is Saturday, Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Monday, Tuesday, because different countries follow their own rules. So here I told that I have holiday only on Sunday. Okay, so Saturday also we are working. So for that the code they have told is 11. So I'll just type in 11 and close the bracket, enter. See, only Sunday it has taken for consideration. So now here I wanted to check the net working days of few employee. Like Honey has joined in the year 2015, till date he is working. Sagar has joined in the year 2017, till date he is working. Kavya also 15th year 2015 she has joined, till date she is working. I wanted to see the net working days of this employees. So I'll tell equals net work days. I'll take international or network day, anything is fine. So let's keep it here has 2 days holiday. Saturday, Sunday we have holiday. So I'll take start date, comma, the end date, comma, close the bracket and enter. So from 2015 to 2024, Honey has worked. So the net working days of Honey is 2371. So now again I'm not going to type in the same function. So what I'll do is I'll just go here and I'll go to this right hand side corner, that is my black color cross which is called as fill handle. I'll just double click on it. See, my calculation is done. Clear about it? Any doubts, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood? Okay, I'll just show the formulas, you people can try. If any doubts you can ask. So you people can try with this. If any doubts, please ask, girls.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma.
my network days and network days international both are showing the same number of days work.
So how you have taken here? So here, if you see network days, I need not have to mention. So first I'll give the start date. I'll give the start date, then I'll give the end date, comma, and just close the bracket. Here I'm not going to mention anything. Why? Because network days, by default, it will take it Saturday, Sunday has weekends. But when I have to define like this is the number of weekends I have, so then I'll be using network day international, wherein the start date, the end date, and I have to give the number 11 in order to choose Sunday. Have you written the function like this only?
No, ma'am, I didn't write 11 number. So,
Yeah, that's why it is showing both the same. Just mention it over
okay.
there.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, dear.
Ma'am, I'm not getting it, ma'am. For the network days, it is showing as value. That's all.
So just take the pic and put it on the group, ma. Let me see what is the mistake you have done. I've put it, ma.
Yes, ma'am, I put it.
Yeah, yeah. So this dates what you have entered, it is according to your system date. So here you have entered this join date, and this one is there, no end date. It is coming
Yes,
values.
ma'am.
Network days B22, C22. It's correct only what you have given.
No, ma'am, it's not
Just try
according to
with
my.
that. Just try it out with the network days international, the
Okay,
second
ma'am.
option. Have you given the space before the equals? No. So this date format, what you have given, it is according to your system date only. In your system, you are getting first the date, then month, then year.
No, ma'am, that it is first month and then date.
So
In
just here
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you are typing, or you just press control colon, so it will take according to your system date, then you change it like how I am telling you is. So now here I wanted the date. Okay, so I will tell control colon. So according to my system, the date will appear. According to my system, first is month, then date, then year. So here I'll come and once again I'll press control colon. I'll get two dates. Here I'll come and I'll modify it. So here I'll go and I'll change like 1st of July I wanted. So I'll make it 1. So now this is from 1st to 12th. Now here I will use the function that is network days. Okay, network days. I'll take this as my start date, comma, this as my end date, comma. So when I don't mention anything, close the bracket. So Excel will consider 2 days as the weekends. Okay, network days international. So network day international, I'll select it. Network day international, I'll select the start date, I'll give the end date, comma. So international, when I give, it will give the list of weekends. Okay, here I wanted to work that, mention that I have weekend only on Sunday. So for that they have given the number 11. I'll just mention 11, close the bracket, enter. So this is what I have written here. So just try the same way how I have done it.
Okay, ma'am.
See, these are the functions what I have written and what is the output I'm getting. The date should match according to your system date. So systems to system it differs. In my system, I have first month, then date, then year. Got it, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I got
Okay.
it.
So what about others? Everybody are able to do it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's go to the text functions. So here text functions means that functions which are done based on the words. Okay, text related. So we have different types of text functions. We have left function, we have right function, we have mid function, we have the function to check the len, proper, repeat, lower, upper, concatenate, all those things. Now this particular text functions I'm going to apply on this particular word, which is devices. Okay, so when I see, so from my this one, so this is my left alignment and this is my right alignment. Okay, so this is my left alignment and this is my right alignment. Now here I'll tell equals devices, sorry, left. I'll type in left, and here Excel is asking on which particular text you wanted to apply this function. I'll select devices. So that is in the E5, that is E column, fifth row, comma, from left hand side, how many number of characters I wanted to pick. So I wanted to pick two characters, that is D and E. Okay, I'll mention two characters. I'll close the bracket, enter. So from left hand side, Excel will pick out two characters. Now write function equals write, open the bracket. So on which particular text you wanted to apply this function? On this particular text, comma. Now I wanted to see ISIS, that is four characters. Okay, so I will tell four. So from my right hand side, Excel will pick out the four characters, that is ICES. Now mid function equals mid, open the bracket. So on which text? On this particular text I wanted to apply the function, comma. Now I wanted to pick out ice. So ice means, so the starting character is I. So if I see here, the starting character I is the fourth character, DEVI. I is the fourth character. So pick start from fourth character. Start num is nothing but from where it has to start. So I, which is the fourth character, number of characters. From there, how many number of characters Excel need to pick? I wanted to pick three characters from here. That is I, C, E. So three characters, close the bracket and enter. Got this?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I wanted to see how many number of characters are there. For that, I'll use len function. Len is, it will mention the length. Okay, I'll select the text. So no more arguments here. So len, it will tell there are 7 characters in this particular word. So proper, you can see the first letter is in small letter. Proper case means the first letter should be capitalized. I'll tell equals proper. So I'll select the word, close the bracket, enter. So the first character has changed to caps. Okay. So then repeat function. Repeat function means the number of times I wanted to repeat the same word. Okay. So I'll tell rept, open the bracket, select the word, comma. So number of times it has to be repeated. 3 times I wanted it to be repeated. Close the bracket, enter. See, 3 times it has got repeated. Now I wanted to, so here I'll just type in computers, computer, okay, which is in caps, which is in capitals. I wanted to convert this into small letters. So equals lower. Lower means lowercase. So I'll select the word, close the bracket. So computer, which is in capitals, will be converted to lower case. Uppercase equals upper. I'll select the word devices, close the bracket, enter. So the lowercase word will be changed to uppercase. So you people can try with this. Any doubts, please ask. Any doubts, please ask. I hope everybody are able to do it. Any doubts, girls?
Mom, could you tell me what is the use of proper function?
Proper function means when I wanted to check, so I am writing a function or a formula wherein I wanted to check and apply certain changes. So based on that changes, I wanted to evaluate. So that time I'll be using this proper case. Like in the this one, so application form, the first letter has to be capitalized, but when we are entering, we might be entering it like in the normal case only. So automatically the changes has to be happening, like it has to be taken to proper case. In that cases, I'm just telling some scenarios, okay? So in that type of scenarios we will be writing such type of functions.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I hope everybody are able to do it.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay. So the next one. So concatenate. So concatenate means, so here you can see my values are in three different cells. So NICT is in one cell, computer is in one cell, education is in one cell. So I wanted all the three values which are in different cells to be put together in one single cell. So then I'll be using this function called concatenate. So I'll tell equals concatenate, select the first cell, comma, second cell, comma, third cell. Close the bracket. It has combined, but there is no space in this. I wanted the values with space. So how I'll write is equals concatenate, select the first cell, comma. So here in computers, the space is also considered as a character. So I need to mention that space in double inverted. So open the double inverted space, close the double inverted comma. Now the second text second word. So open the double inverted space, close the double inverted comma, and the third text. Enter. See here without space it has appeared. So here with space, so it has come in one single cell like this. So like this. Now here I have given one date. I wanted to check which day it is. For that I'll be using the text function. Yesterday when we were doing the series, I have used the same function text. Okay, so here I have to select the date, comma, format. So here I wanted to check which day it is. So I'll give 4 times D, close the bracket, close the double inverted, enter. You can check with your birth date also. So here you can write your birth date. So I'll write the date function. Like I will give some random date, like this 17th only I'll give. So first I need to tell the year 2008, comma, month, first month, and 17th. So you have to mention your birth year, month, and date. Close the bracket, enter. So you will get your date. Now I wanted to check which day. Let's see whether Excel is able to guess your right birthday, when which day you were born. So equals text, open the bracket, select the cell, comma. Here I wanted to check the day. So I'll give 4 times D. Close the double inverted, close the double inverted, close the bracket, enter. So it is, so January 1st, January 17, 2008 was Thursday. Okay, you can try it out with a concatenate, and with your birthday you can check.
Ma'am, could you repeat the last one?
The birth date one. So here
No, ma'am.
first you have the text, how to check the date, day, which day it is. So equals
Yes.
text. So what function I am looking for? Text function. So this here, so here I have mentioned the date. Okay, I wanted to check which day it is. So I'll select this date, comma, that is I9, column I, ninth row. And here I wanted to check the day. Either it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, which day it is. Open the double inverted, give 4 times D, close the double inverted, close the bracket, enter. So this will tell
Okay,
me
ma'am.
which day it is. So like that only you can try it with your birth date. So Excel will tell you on which day you were born. So concatenate. So I have written the functions here. So for date, what is the function with to check the day, and for concatenate, what is the function I have written.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
Ma'am, in my Excel, there is only the concat function is coming, and the result is
Concatenate is not there.
no, ma'am. It is showing locked. There is a
Locked.
locked. Yes, ma'am.
Just put a pic of that particular thing
Okay, ma'am.
in the group.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah.
have.
So that particular this one is having some problem, so you won't be able to use it. So I think there must be some product activation issues. So when you are downloading the file, the Excel file, no MS Office, when you are installing, so if there is any setup issues, like if the setting process is not completed, so before that it has been showing, it was shown successful or something like that, that particular time you will get this product activation issues, like some particular tools will not work, like that. You have that options, but still it is showing there is some problem. So you can see that yellow color, this one is appearing, no. So that shows that there is a problem with it. So but you understood, right, how it will be used?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, ma'am, how it can be it can be updated and then it can be
Yes, yes.
used.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
ma'am.
sure. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
So what about others? Others are able to do it?
And ma'am. Yeah, yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. So here I wanted to find. So find, so how it is, how does it work? So let's see. So find, so there is a shortcut key control F in order to find. So there is a function also which is used to find. So here I am talking about a sentence. Okay. So I am talking about a sentence which is having the content like Shreya loves mangoes. And in this I wanted to check from where does this mangoes word gets commenced. So if I'm seeing that, so Shreya has 6 characters including the space 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th character. Okay. So here I'll tell equals find. So I wanted to find loves. So I'm just mentioning loves over here, comma. And here I want this word is in this particular cell. So I'll close the bracket. So it is the eighth character. So Shreya has 6 character, seventh character is the space, and eighth character. So loves is getting comments from the eighth character. So Excel will tell loves is commencing from the eighth character. Okay. And then replace. So replace function. So here you can see replace. So which is, where is this replace function has to be applied? It has to be applied in this particular cell. So starting from, so here I wanted to replace mangoes with ice cream. So starting from the eighth character. So if you see here, I love. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So starting from the eighth character, I am telling starting from the eighth character, pick out 7 characters. Mangoes has 7 characters and replace it with ice cream. So here I'll tell equals replace. So where is my text? So here is my text, comma, starting from. Now I wanted to replace from I love mangoes to I hate mangoes. So love is commencing from the third character. So starting from the third character, pick out 4 characters and replace it with hate. So I love mangoes will become I hate mangoes. So got it? I'll show the formula. You people can try. So find and replace. So these are some of the text functions what we have. Done, girls? Any doubts?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma.
my find function, it is showing very differently.
Very differently. Like
Ma'am, now
this.
here in under find, okay.
Hmm.
Here under find there is only two functions now, ma'am. That is mango and E20.
Okay.
So for me there are, it is showing me to add three functions.
Add three functions. Just put the pick, ma.
Okay.
Okay. So find function first you need to tell what you are looking for. So you need not have to mention this B40. Just remove this B40 and comma. See here in my this one system, I have written first what am I looking for? Mangoes, and this particular text is in which cell? That is in E20. So the same way I have written the other this one based on the same text only. Here I wanted to find loves where this particular text is in E20. Just remove it. Beat 40 comma what you have put, you just remove that one.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Okay. What about others? Everybody were able to do it? So shall we continue with the next one?
Ma'am, one more minute, ma'am. 1 minute.
Yes, ma.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay, now let's go to the count function. So count function, as I told, we have count, count A, count blank. So count means, so in this particular range, how many number of values which are in numericals. Okay, so then I'll be using this count function equals count. So I'll tell equals count, open the bracket and select the range. Okay, I'll close the bracket, enter. There are 7. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So count A means it will count for the cells, for the used cells. Count A. Open the bracket and select the range. Close the bracket, enter. Count A means used cells. So numbers there are 7, 8, 9 and one more is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 used cells are there. And count blank means in my range how many blank cells are there. Count blank. I'll select the range. Okay, so there are 1 and 2 blank cells. So this one is count function. So you people can try this out.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
If we use the item number like book, pencil, pen in the count function, then we will not get the answers because it is a
In
text.
count function, yes, count function will count only where there is numerical responses. That means numbers. So count
Okay,
A
ma'am.
means including the numbers, the text, whichever used cells are there, even though there is error also. So that also will be counted and will be showing in count A. Count blank means the unused empty cells will be counted and mentioned in count blank.
Okay, ma'am.
Done, girls? Understood, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me 2 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
Yes, ma'am. Any doubts, ma'am?
Ma'am, done.
Done? Okay,
No,
so
ma'am.
we'll stop. Sorry, did you tell something, ma'am?
No, ma'am, I
Did
have
you
no
finish?
doubt.
Okay, so we will stop it till here. So today we have covered with subtraction, multiplication, average, sum product, data and time function, text function, and count function. So just try it out once again. If you are having any doubts, you can get it clarified in the next class. Okay. So the recording will be shared to you. So before we get into the other concept, I will share the notes. Okay. So right now we don't need any notes. So you can practice with the same thing.
Okay, ma'am.
So you people can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Happy weekend. Good night.